In the heart of our land, where spirits roam free, a story unfolds.
Before there were movies, TV shows, or even books, there were the stories shared by the elders. In the tribal world, entertainment was not just a means of escape, it was a survival mechanism. Elders held the role of both storyteller and teacher, weaving lessons of survival, loyalty, and history through tales passed down by word of mouth. Tribal entertainment was rooted in unity and identity. These stories weren't just for amusement, they were deeply connected to the tribe's survival.
A great darkness gathers. We must listen to
shaping
the
their
whispers
understanding of the world and their place within it. At the heart of the tribe, around a crackling fire, the elder's voice was the pulse of the community. Each evening, the tribe gathered, and the elder began to speak. With his deep voice and dramatic pauses, the elder would guide the tribe through stories that transcended time and space. Tales of ancient heroes, battles with beasts, and the will of the gods were told with such intensity that the listeners were left hanging on every word. Much like modern streaming series, these ancient stories were episodic in nature, leaving the tribe eager for the next installment. The stories didn't just entertain, they bound the tribe together, helping the community survive together through shared experiences. As each story ended, the tribe would be left with suspense, waiting for the next tale to unfold the following evening. After the stories faded and the fire's glow dimmed, another form of entertainment took over. One that didn't rely on words but on rhythm, movement, and sound. For ancient tribes, music and dance were the heartbeat of their world. It was through rhythm that they connected with nature, with their gods, and with one another. Every drum beat, every chant, and every stomp carried meaning. These performances weren't just celebrations. They were rituals of power, faith, and memory. When the drums began to echo through the valley, the tribe came alive. Warriors painted their bodies with ash and blood. Women wore feathers and beads, and children watched in awe as the dance began. Each movement told a story of the hunt, of the harvest, of triumph and loss. It was as if the ground itself pulsed with energy beneath their feet. The drum was sacred. Its rhythm symbolized the heartbeat of the tribe. It dictated when to rise, when to fight, when to celebrate. Songs of victory were thunderous while morning chants echoed like prayers. The air shimmered with smoke, sweat, and music. The tribe didn't sit and watch passively. They became the performance. Each dance was a living story, an episode of emotion and meaning, passed down through generations without ever being written. Like modern entertainment, these dances had their own genres. There were dances for love, for war, for birth, and for death. When the performance ended, the tribe stood in silence, exhausted but united. Their souls had danced, not just their bodies. In the tribal world, no one held more power over imagination, emotion, and belief than the shaman. He was not just a healer or priest. He was the director of the tribe's greatest shows. Through smoke, sound, and movement, he transformed simple gatherings into grand spiritual performances that blurred the line between the real and the divine. When the shaman began his ritual, the entire tribe went silent. The fire dimmed, the air thickened with burning herbs, and the drum beats slowed into a deep, trance-like rhythm. The shaman's voice, rough and commanding, rose above the crackle of flames. He chanted names of forgotten spirits, calling ancestors from the beyond. Each gesture was choreographed, each step deliberate. His painted face glowed red and gold from the firelight, his body moving with the grace of both dancer and god. For the tribe, this was entertainment and religion fused into one. They weren't merely watching a man, they were witnessing a portal opening between worlds. The shaman's performance offered healing, courage, and prophecy. It was a live experience unlike anything else, a spectacle of belief. Through his ritual, fear became fascination, and faith became art. He was, in every sense, the ancient world's storyteller, actor, and director rolled into one. When the ceremony ended, silence fell like a curtain drop. The tribe exhaled, relieved, moved, and somehow changed. For a moment, they had seen the world beyond the visible, and like any great show, they would return the next night, eager for more. In the world of ancient tribes, entertainment was never a solitary act. It was a shared heartbeat. Every performance, every song, every ritual carried a purpose beyond pleasure. It was the glue that bound people together, the rhythm that held a community in harmony. When the tribe gathered to dance or listen to stories, they weren't escaping life. They were celebrating it. These gatherings weren't just events. They were moments of unity, where elders, warriors, women, and children all became part of one voice. Through song and dance, the tribe remembered who they were, their victories, their losses, and the spirits that watched over them. It was entertainment, yes, but it was also memory and survival. In many tribes, these performances acted as teaching tools. The young learned courage through the tales of hunters, patience through the rhythm of harvest dances, and love through the soft lullabies sung under the moon. Even disputes and rivalries were sometimes resolved through performance, ritual contests where the strength of one's spirit and creativity replaced violence. Art was diplomacy, music was medicine, dance was a language that every soul understood. When the fire burned low and the songs faded, the tribe sat together, their hearts synchronized with the rhythm that still lingered in the air. They didn't need an audience, they were their own. Their entertainment was their reflection, raw, sacred, and deeply human. And centuries later, that same rhythm still beats in us. Every time a crowd claps together, every time a song moves a heart, every time a story unites strangers into one moment of wonder. The tribe may be gone, but its music never stopped. As centuries passed and civilizations rose, the fires that once burned in tribal circles slowly dimmed. But their light never truly went out. What began around the warmth of a campfire has transformed into the screens and stages of the modern world. The faces have changed, the instruments evolved, but the essence, the human desire to connect through stories, rhythm, and performance, remains unbroken. We still gather, though not in forests, but in theaters, living rooms, and digital spaces. We still wait for stories that move us, for music that speaks to our hearts, for performances that make us feel part of something larger. We may call it cinema, television, or streaming, but it all began with the tribe. The ancient storytellers were the first directors, the dancers were the first actors, the drummers were the first composers, and the fire, that glowing symbol of connection, was the world's first screen. In every movie's opening shot, in every concert's rhythm, in every shared moment of laughter or tears, echoes the heartbeat of tribal life. The power of storytelling, born in those primal gatherings, still rules our world. It shapes beliefs, drives emotions, and builds communities. The tools have changed, but the purpose never did: to feel, to share, to remember. As the tribe once looked to their elders for the next story, today we look to our screens, but the longing is the same. The Netflix of the past was not an app. It was the fire that united souls. And though centuries have passed, deep within every human heart, that ancient rhythm still beats, the rhythm of the tribe.